Good morning, boys and girls, and happy Monday. Today is April 27th, and I am here to teach you math. I'm very excited to teach you math. All right, so last week, I didn't have you do any exercises. Well, today I'm going to. That's right, you're going to exercise your brain. You're going to get it ready to do those math problems. So, on the next slide, you are going to do addition fluency. But here's the fun part. No pencil paper. You get to stand or sit, look at the problems, and you're going to shout out the answer. So make sure mom or dad or somebody's nearby to see that you answer them correctly. And then you're going to let your teacher know how many you answered. So this is going to be a lot of fun. I have my phone here and ready to go to time you. It's just going to be for 1 minute because you're shouting them out. All right, so when I say on your mark, get set, add, I'll start the timer. You will shout out the answers. So don't start ahead of time. Wait for me to give the official okay. All right, so here is your fluency addition practice. Here's the first problem. You can think of the answer in your head and get ready to say them. That's okay. So are you ready? Okay, ready? On your mark, get set, add. Okay, time is up. Stop. Count how many problems you answered. And now this is what you're going to write down on a sheet of paper. You're going to write add, put a dash, and how many problems did you answer? Out of 50. Did you get all 50? Did you get 25? Did you get 42? We want to know. And then you're going to send a message through Dojo or your school email to your teacher. We want to know. And if you just wrote down add, you guessed it, on the next slide, you are going to subtract. Same routine, you're going to shout out the answer. You don't have to write anything down right now. So when I say on your mark, get set, subtract, I will start the timer for 1 minute. So let's go to the next slide. Do not start. Get your eyes focused right here. This is where you're going to start. You're going to think subtraction now, take away. And you're going to shout out the answer. On your mark, get set, subtract. Go, go, go. I want to hear you. That's right, stop. Count up all your problems that you answered. And now, why don't you write just SUB for subtraction with a period. Just make the draw that, write the dash. How many did you answer? How fun was that? All right, write it down. Make sure you have your pencil and paper. It's time to begin the lesson. So let's get started. That was just a warm-up. So today our target skill is I can continue to add and subtract using many strategies to 1,000. Do you have your pencil paper ready? Because you're going to write down the problems. All right, so it is time to add. I need everybody to rewrite the problem. 347 plus 567 in vertical form so we can add it together. And if you look over here, I have it ready to go. Since it's problem number 1, since it is problem number 1, I wrote a 1 and I circled it. That lets me know when I correct your paper that this is problem 1. We can see problem 2 is over here, and yep, problem 3 is down here. So, boys and girls, you worked all last week on addition. What is the first step? That's right, we add the ones column, 7 plus 7. What does it equal? That's right, 14. Now this is an important step. The 110 needs to be written in the tens column. I had a few students that forgot or they didn't write it down at all. So make sure you write it down. Look at 6 and 4, our friends of 10. That's right, 10 plus 1, 11. 1 in the tens, 1 in the hundreds. 1 plus 3 plus 5 equals 9. That's right, 914. Very good, boys and girls. So now let's move on to problem 2. Here we are. Yep, problem 2. So you need to rewrite the problem, 298 plus 172 in vertical form. So go ahead and do that and then get started adding the problem. And what did we start with before? That is correct. We start in the ones place. 8 plus 2 equals 10. That's right. Remember, 0 in the ones place. Regroup that 110. 1 and 9 equals, yep, 10 plus 7. Yes, bump that 0 out and it becomes 17. That's right. Write it down. All right. How much are your hundreds? Very good. 4. So your answer is 470. All right, boys and girls, that was very good. Let's move on to problem 3. Very good. So you're going to need to rewrite that problem in vertical form, please. So rewrite the problem, 456 plus 555. Rewrite it in vertical form, and then go ahead and solve it. Yes, how many of you are going to be excited when you see the answer? Okay, so you started in the ones. 6 plus 5 equals, yes, 11. Yep, right to the tens. Good job, everybody. 5 and 5, yes, 11 again. 5 and 5 is 10 plus 1 is 11. Regroup to the hundreds. 4, 5, 5 plus 5 is 10. 0 in the hundreds, and yes, you get to go all the way to the thousands. 1 plus 0 is 1. And look at that, boys and girls. 1011. Can everybody say that? Perfect. Good job. Now we are going to share screen again so we can move on to the next slide. All right. Now, this is where you are going to write the work down and submit it to your teacher. Some of my students cannot go on to Nearpod. So if you cannot go on to Nearpod, you need to write down these 2 exit ticket problems. You're going to write 1, circle it, and then you're going to write 267 plus 356 in vertical form and solve it. You're going to do the same with number 2. Then on the next slide is the application problem. When you finish that, you are also going to solve it. You're going to have a picture, an equation, and a complete sentence. When all 3 problems are done and done completely, then you'll take a picture and send it to your teacher through Dojo or our school email. And on the 2 more slides, I will have all the email addresses again. So if you are not able to go through and do the Nearpod, or you want to do it on paper, please feel free. That we need to know the results. The children that do go on to Nearpod, we get the results and we can see how you're doing. All right. At any time, if you need to pause the video to write down the problems, go right ahead and pause the video. Let's move on to the next slide. Here is the application problem. And just like I said before, you want to make sure that you read the problem. Yes, that is the R. You will follow the RDW. Read the problem. D, draw a picture to go with the equation. W, write an equation. And then write a complete sentence to answer the question. So if I look at the very bottom of the word problem, I see, how many pencils did Mr. Arnold have in the beginning? Repeat key words. I need to see complete sentences. Mr. Arnold had, and that's where you solve the problem. Again, pause it at any time that you need to. So here are the email addresses for the children that need to email their answers to their teachers or through Dojo. If you go on to Nearpod, we will see the results. And yes, we are very happy to see all your hard work, boys and girls. It is so nice to see that. And we enjoy hearing from you. So please send your answers and do your very, very best. Time to climb. So if you go through Nearpod, you'll be able to do time to climb. And here is the BOCES site. So on the BOCES site, you would come up here, click on this login, and you would log in with the information you were given. Now, I want you to scroll down until you come to e-resources, and then come all the way down here to Learn 360. Click on that, and you'll see, oh, these are resources for even pre-K through 12th grade. So we have middle and high school videos. We have elementary videos that you could come back to. And here's the game I want to play with you today. War pretzels. So click on the game, and then you get to pick your, yep, there we go. Then you get to pick your pretzel. Yep, it's got a little music to go with it. Let's see, we'll go with this one. And then you're gonna click start, and it's all basic addition. It's fluency, boys and girls. So you're gonna go all the way through. Yes, as I watch me, am I answering them correctly? How am I doing? Oh. Okay, yay, now I get to go on to round 2, so that's what you want to do. And look, you get to arm wrestle each pretzel. So round 2 switches to subtraction. So that is really good. You will enjoy that a lot. All right, so remember, continue practicing. The war pretzels I thought was a lot of fun. So practice that. You can go on to Math Seeds, Zern, Prodigy, Freckle Facts for about 15 minutes, whatever your teacher wants you to go on. I know my students, I want them to go on to Math Seeds, but all of you know what your own teacher wants you to do. All right, so how do you feel? You have been doing addition now with regrouping and 3 digits to 1,000 for 6 days now. How do you feel about that? Don't forget, if you do not do the Nearpod, you need to submit your answers to your teacher. And keep up the great work, boys and girls. We are so very proud of you. It has been fun, and I will be back tomorrow. Bye-bye.